Hello and welcome back to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. In today's video, I am photographing more greeting cards. A couple videos back, I showed like the first half of me photographing the greeting cards. This is like part 5, 6, 7, I don't know. I spent way too long photographing these. I will say they are all listed. I have already sold one bunch of them. So I sold some vintage greeting cards that had a specific artist on them that was sought after. Didn't sell it for a lot, sold it for $15.99 plus shipping. So it paid for, I think I paid $11 for the lot. I paid $7 for a lot and then $11 for a lot. So I either paid $7 or $11 for this lot of greeting cards. I sold a set of 6 vintage cards for $15.99, so I've made my money back. And any profit I make now is, anything I make now is profit. So that's really nice. I'm going through and I'm matching all of them. I think I listed these as like nautical themed birthday cards. Again, the person I bought these from, their estate, they had a Gold Crown membership, so they had a lot of greeting cards. Most of them were Hallmark, not all of them. The problem is you have to also be aware Hallmark had a couple other like little offshoot companies from it. I mean, we think of Shoebox as probably the most well known, but there are other companies from that. I think this person just really liked greeting cards. In the last video, I was throwing away envelopes that had addresses and stamps on them, even though part of me kind of just wanted to mail them. Because, I mean, but would that be creepy because they died? But they were already stamped. They already had addresses, everything, and be like, here's your birthday card. They're dead, but I found it. That would have been like creepy. I don't know, but part of me wanted to there was probably around 20 envelopes that were addressed and stamped and ready to go, and they had the cards in them. The cards weren't signed or anything, so I don't know if it's like from some of the cards that were done, and I'm going to say the wife, I'm going to be completely sexist here and say the wife, but I'm fairly certain it was the wife, wrote like extensive notes in the cards, like updates and stuff. So I think that's why they weren't like signed or anything, because they were waiting to write like, this is going on at our house, what's going on at yours. And she wrote a lot of very detail with that. So I think that's why that was going on. But I went through, kept all the blank ones, and I donated any cards I did not have envelopes for. I donated all of those to my mother-in-law's church, and they use them in craft projects and get well cards for people that are currently in the hospital. So they are being used. I did not just throw them away. I try to go out of my way to find ways to use this. It usually ends up with me wearing like stained or ripped clothing, but I hate throwing stuff away that could have a use to it. So I do try to go out of my way to find places to donate things, places that will take things. For my children's clothes that are in really good condition, that won't sell on eBay, that I can't sell in a pack, I usually donate them to their schools. So we have parent liaison individuals in each of our schools. Guidance counselors would probably be around the same thing, social workers. They can distribute the clothes to the kids that need it. Clothes and shoes that I know won't sell, like Walmart brand shoes, but look like they've never been worn. I'll donate them to the school. I always call ahead and ask if they want them. I don't want to just show up at school with garbage bags full of clothes and be like, here you go, take care of my garbage. I will call ahead and I will ask, do you need these? Do you want these? And we have several schools in the vicinity of my house, not just my children's school, so I will call other schools around and ask. And then the ones I work at, of course. But like right now, we're doing coats for kids. So there's each school has like a donation bin where we can drop gently used or new coats off. I will do this with my kids' coats that they have outgrown, but they just aren't a name brand to sell on eBay. They're not going to sell. So I'd rather donate them to the children there than just to one of those for-profit bins. Most of our thrift stores here still are not taking donations, or only taking donations per appointment. And the one I like to donate to, I have not been able to get an appointment to donate stuff. It's just been crazy. As soon as they say appointments are open I follow their Facebook page. Always follow Facebook pages or Instagram accounts of your local thrift stores. They'll announce sales, or like this, the one I like a lot, once a month we'll just do a free sale. They say everything in this room is free. Please come take it. We have too much stuff. But every time they announce that donations are open on their Facebook page, I kid you not, I go to their page within 5 minutes of them announcing it, and they're all full. All the appointments are full, and they're very specific on what they're taking. Especially now, they're ever since COVID happened and people started donating everything, they're very seasonal. Like, they're not taking summer stuff right now, and in the summer they're not taking Christmas stuff or winter stuff. So they're only taking fall and winter clothing right now, fall and winter boots. Yeah, I guess it's one of the benefits of living in a climate where there's seasons versus where there's not seasons. But that's really restricting what I can get rid of. And that has come into play when we look at auction lots and stuff. Sometimes we won't bid on large lots that we may have to donate hefty amounts of, because we don't have anywhere to get rid of them, and I don't want to just throw them in the garbage. So we had it happen recently at an auction where it was a really, really large lot, and there was 2 or 3 things in the lot that I was like, man, we could make money off of that. We could really use that. But we had no way of getting rid of the other stuff, so we're not going to buy it. That's why we don't buy storage lockers, because I have no way of getting rid of the unwanted stuff. Even throwing away is very limited. In town here where we live, we have to pay an extra $30 to $50 if we're throwing away a large item. So like if a storage locker had furniture in it, it could come to the point that it would be cheaper to buy a dumpster or rent a dumpster, and that's $250 for a week. So again, like in my last video, I was talking about, I have to be more aware of the costs now. When I'm looking at things and buying large lots of stuff. And, you know, I toyed with the idea of buying storage lockers, because every once in a while, especially around the first of the year, we will see a lot of storage lockers go up in our area. Next week, there's a large school auction. So our school district will auction off excess materials, excess classroom stuff, or if they've closed a school that year, they will auction off the stuff from the closed school. We have a lot of things in our garage that came from our school district auction, but I bought them with a specific purpose. I didn't buy a lot and go, oh, what am I going to do with like these metal storage cabinets? I bought for those of you who've ever been in a classroom in the United States, I bought the metal teacher cabinets, the ones where the both doors open out. I have 3 of those in my garage, and I bought those with a purpose, and I paid like $5 to $10 per one, depending if somebody was going against me. So I bought those with a purpose. I did buy several classrooms in one of those auctions, but I had already talked to another person that was bidding, and they took the stuff I didn't want, because we were bidding on 2 different things. So I was like, if I get this lot, I will give you this because I don't want it. I'm buying it for this. And a lot of auction houses will frown upon that. So try not to get caught if that happens, because we basically made a deal and they were the only person bidding against me. So I do like live auctions. Again, I have not been into a live auction since 2019. My husband has been to several live auctions. He's better at them. I don't know if it's, again, this is very sexist. I don't know if it's because he's male. I don't know if it's because he's larger than I am. But I often get pushed and pulled around at the auctions. Depending on our particular live auction, I will get pushed and pulled around at, especially when it's outside and everybody crowds things. I'm not tall, but I'm not short, but I still often get overlooked when bidding. So he does better there. than I do, but in the larger school auctions, larger storage unit auctions, I tend to do more okay with that. So, but I haven't been to a live auction. I've only done the online auctions. He has done the live auctions. My mother and father-in-law have both done the live in-person auctions. They went last weekend and gave us a couple things out of their boxes they didn't want. And we actually sold one of them for $79. It was a book. Actually, it was a manga. It was a manga collection from the person that did like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle and stuff. It was a set that was selling for $190 new on Amazon. We listed it for $79 and it sold within 7 hours. We could have gotten more money for it, but it was a huge set. We got it out of our house and it's in hand. And I mailed it off this morning and it was 10 pounds. So it was super heavy. It's gone. And it was free. People gave it to us. And that's another thing. Granted, it's my mother and father-in-law and my mom just dropped off a bunch of stuff for me to sell this weekend too, from family members who passed away. His wife dropped off a bunch of clothes because she knew I sold clothes. So that's another thing, make sure people know you sell. I was worried about not having enough inventory and stuff keeps dropping in my lap. So I guess if you put it in the universe, it'll happen. But please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video, and please watch future videos.